Hello, my name is Isaiah Holt. I'm 25 years old, born and raised in Portland, Oregon, also known as the City of Roses, and for some of you seasoned folk, DePreist town. I would like to take a few minutes to bring you into my world. I was raised by a single mother of 2 boys, a great woman that did her best to provide for my brother and I. My mom, she's also very religious. She talks about church more than Jesus does. But all honesty, I got involved in criminal activity at a very young age. With my mom always working, the streets became my father. At 12 years old, I became a gang member and started selling drugs. At 16, I dropped out of high school and ran away from home. And unfortunately, some things happened, and I had to protect my friend and myself, and it felt like the right thing to do at the time, and some people got injured. The district attorney labeled me as a menace to society. At 18 years old, I went to prison. I spent the next 7 years growing up in prison. The way I saw it, I had 2 choices, either to continue the path I was on or to change and use that time to redeem myself and become the man my mom always wanted me to be. So I enrolled in college classes, I trained to become an athlete, and I started a 5-year apprenticeship program to become a licensed electrician. But let's be honest, I couldn't do it on my own. 7 years is a long time. So that's why I joined VOA's CPR program. CPR is a program with counselors and mentors that come into prison and work with young guys like myself. And they do it for 6 months prior to coming back home. And the same people would also help us on the outside and keep us on track. Let me give you a couple examples of how CPR has helped me overcome some of the obstacles that I've had as a young black felon, despite my motivation to change. In September of 2012, I was told I can get released 4 months earlier, but I hadn't finished my apprenticeship yet. I have already put in over 5 years and 7,500 hours of hands-on training, and I only needed 500 more hours to test out. So I had to make the hardest decision of my life: stay in prison longer or quit and go home. These are the type of choices that young men like me make quickly and emotionally, because honestly, who wants to stay in prison longer? But CPR classes taught me how to question and challenge my decision-making process, play the tape through, and think about the results of my actions. So I chose to stay in prison longer, and now I'm a licensed electrician. When I came back into the community, I was greeted by other CPR staff and counselors and mentors. And my mentor was Freddie. Freddie and I would go to the gym with the other couple CPR guys every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock in the morning. And afterwards, we would talk about our reentry and if we're having a hard time adjusting, along with setting goals and making sure we're staying on track. So a couple of months after I got released, I got a job interview for a great company. And I thought the interview was going pretty well, so I told him about my incarceration. After I told him my incarceration, he kind of looked at me like that scary felon look, like I'm really uncomfortable with you in my room, and needless to say, I haven't got a call back from him ever since. The next day I talked with Freddie, and we went to the gym, and he encouraged me to stay positive and stay strong and push through the barriers like the athlete that I am. So, what was my moment of truth? Yes, I went to prison for 7 years, but I'm not going to let that felony define me. I am going to be the man that I need to be. What am I today? I am a maintenance electrician on Swan Island. I am a personal trainer for Apex Body Works. And I'm also a proud graduate of the CPR program. Thank you. So my message to you is that people can change. And now I'm a productive member of society. 3 questions I ask myself every morning. What do I want? What is it gonna take? And are you doing what it takes? I want to say thank you to VOA and thank you to CPR, but most of all, I want to say thank you to my mom for being here all my life. I'm sorry for the years that I made you cry, but now I get a chance to make you proud. I love you, Mom.